Good morning. Now I am introducing myself. I am P.V. Netranand, working as physics lecturer for the last 30 years. In this demo class, I want to discuss specific heat and specific heat capacity. When heat energy is given to a substance, its temperature will rise. For different substances and of same mass, when same amount of heat energy is given, the temperature rise will be different. That means it is the characteristic of the substance. It is determined by specific heat. Specific heat is characteristic nature of the substance in response to heat energy. Specific heats are of two types: gram specific heat and number 1 gram specific heat, number 2 molar specific heat. Gram specific heat and molar specific heat. Specific heat is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of unit mass of a substance through 1 degree centigrade or 1 Kelvin. This specific heat, gram specific heat, is represented by the letter small c. C is equal to 1 by m into delta Q by delta T. Amount of heat required per unit mass to rise the temperature by 1 degree centigrade or 1 Kelvin. Its unit is calorie per gram into degrees centigrade. This is gram specific heat. C is equal to 1 by m into delta Q by delta T. Gram specific heat. C is equal to 1 by m into delta Q by delta T. Its unit is calorie per gram per degree centigrade. Now, molar specific heat. Suppose m is the molecular mass of the substance, then molar specific heat, m into multiplying this equation with c on both sides. Mc is equal to capital M by small m into delta Q by delta T. This is equal to 1 by small m by capital M into delta Q by delta T. Small m is the mass of the substance and capital M is its molecular mass. This expression small m by capital M represents number of moles. This is equal to 1 by mu. Number of moles, mu is equal to mass by molecular mass. Number of moles, mu is equal to mass by molecular mass. One by mu into delta Q by delta T. This m into capital M into C denoted by capital C. This is known as molar specific heat of the gas. Capital C is equal to 1 by mu delta Q by delta T. Its SI, its unit is calorie per mole per Kelvin. Calorie per mole per Kelvin. Specific heat values. Every substance, solid substance or liquid substance, possess a single specific heat value on an average. In case of solid substance, let it be ice, specific heat of ice is equal to 0.5 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. Specific heat of water is equal to 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. Specific heat of water is equal to 1 calorie per gram per degree centigrade. Specific heat of steam is equal to 0.45 nearly calorie per gram per degree centigrade. That means specific heat of a substance depends on the state of the substance. Ice, solid phase of water, water, liquid phase, vapor phase. It depends on the state of the substance. So, in case of solids and liquids, the specific heat is unique specific heat. Whereas in case of gases, a gas can have infinite number of specific heats because a gas can be heated in a number of ways. Suppose a gas is enclosed in a cylinder. Heating a గ్యాస్ని హీట్ చేయడానికి మనం ఎప్పుడు కూడా సిలిండర్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ విత్ ఏ మూవబుల్ పిస్టన్. గ్యాస్ ఈజ్ ఎన్క్లోజ్డ్ ఇన్ ద సిలిండర్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ విత్ ఏ మూవబుల్ పిస్టన్. Now the gas is heated. When gas is heated at constant temperature, heating at constant temperature, heating at constant temperature. In this situation, specific heat of the gas C is equal to 1 by m gram specific heat, 1 by m into delta Q by delta T. In this situation, the temperature remains constant. So, at constant temperature condition, specific heat of a substance delta T is 0. So, specific heat of a substance is infinite. Constant temperature condition. Heating a gas at constant temperature condition. This is named as isothermal process. In this isothermal process, specific heat of a gas is infinite. That means the heat supplied to the gas is completely used to do work. That means to move the piston. The total heat supplied is spent in doing work. So, no heat is stored by the system, by the gas. So, no temperature will rise. Due to this reason, the specific heat of a gas at constant temperature process is infinite. Second one, when a gas is compressed suddenly, this is second one, compressed suddenly. Gas is compressed suddenly. Gas is compressed suddenly. ఒక్కసారిగా కంప్రెస్ చేసాం గ్యాస్. In this situation, no heat can enter into the system and leave from the system. When the gas is compressed suddenly, ఒక్కసారిగా గ్యాస్ని కంప్రెస్ చేస్తే బయట నుంచి హీట్ లోపలికి రాదు, లోపల నుంచి హీట్ బయటికి వెళ్ళదు. ఎందుకంటే టైమ్ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ లో. సో delta Q is equal to 0. No heat transaction between the system and the surroundings will take place. Delta Q is equal to 0. This process is named as adiabatic process. Sudden compression or sudden expansion. No heat is allowed into the system or no heat is allowed to go outside. Therefore, specific heat, gram specific heat or molar specific heat, whatever it may be. In gram specific heat, we write this term small m, whereas in case of molar specific heat, m is replaced by mu, where mu is number of moles. C is equal to 1 by m delta Q by delta T. In this specific heat expression, for delta Q, I am substituting 0 because no heat transaction takes place. By delta T, this is equal to 0. Specific heat is equal to 0. C is equal to 0. This process is adiabatic process. This means in adiabatic process, we cannot increase the temperature. Specific heat is the term to increase the temperature by 1 unit. In this case, specific heat is 0. That means We cannot increase the temperature by supplying heat because delta Q is 0. In this case, in adiabatic process, the temperature can be changed by doing work. Delta Q is 0, no heat enter into system and no heat leave from the system. So, due to heat energy, we cannot change the temperature. By doing external work, we can change the temperature. According to first law of thermodynamics, we can understand this one. According to first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. In an adiabatic process, no heat enter into and no heat leave from the system. So delta Q is equal to 0. This is equal to delta U plus delta W. This implies delta W is equal to minus delta U, or delta U is equal to minus delta W. Delta W is work done. Delta U is change in internal energy. Change in internal energy. When work done is positive, change in internal energy is negative. When work done is negative, internal energy change is positive. Work done positive means gas expands. Expansion of gas against atmospheric pressure, that is considered as positive work done, because the piston moves from one position to another position, so final volume is more. So work done is positive. In any case, work done W is equal to P delta V. This is the basic formula. As delta V is positive, work done is positive. When delta V is negative, work done is negative. When a gas is compressed, delta V is negative, so work done is negative. When gas expands, delta V positive, so work done is positive. So in case of sudden compression, volume decreases. సడన్గా కంప్రెస్ చేస్తే వాల్యూమ్ బాగా తగ్గుతుంది. వాల్యూమ్ తగ్గింది అంటే వర్క్ డన్ ఏమైంది? నెగిటివ్ అయింది. ఎప్పుడైతే వర్క్ డన్ నెగిటివ్ అయిందో డెల్టా యూ పాజిటివ్ అయింది. డెల్టా యూ పాజిటివ్ అంటే ఇంటర్నల్ ఎనర్జీ పెరగటం. అంటే దాని అర్థం మనం ప్రెస్ చేసినప్పుడు, గ్యాస్ని కంప్రెస్ చేసినప్పుడు మనం ఖర్చు పెట్టిన ఎనర్జీ అంతా సిస్టమ్కి యాడ్ అయింది. సిస్టమ్కి యాడ్ అయింది కాబట్టి ఇంటర్నల్ ఎనర్జీ పెరిగింది. ఇంటర్నల్ ఎనర్జీ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫంక్షన్ ఆఫ్ very important one. U is a function of temperature only. Very important term for ideal gas. For ideal gas, U is a function of temperature only. So as internal energy increases, temperature increases. So sudden compression produce heating effect, whereas sudden expansion produce cooling effect. Adiabatic expansion causes cooling effect. Adiabatic compression causes heating effect. Adiabatic expansion causes cooling effect. దీనికి ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పొచ్చు. గ్రౌండ్ లెవెల్లో అట్మాస్ఫియర్ కంటే హయ్యర్ ఆల్టిట్యూడ్స్ దగ్గర అట్మాస్ఫియర్ చల్లగా ఉంటుంది. బికాస్ వెన్ ఎయిర్ రైజెస్ అప్ ఫ్రమ్ గ్రౌండ్ లెవెల్ టు హయ్యర్ ఆల్టిట్యూడ్స్, it undergoes adiabatic expansion because air is a poor conductor of heat. As a result, temperature decreases. In expansion process, the air utilizes the energy at the cost of internal energy. So internal energy of air decreases. That means temperature decreases because internal energy is a function of temperature only. So temperature decreases when air undergoes adiabatic expansion during rising from ground level to higher altitudes. So when compared to ground level, the temperature of higher altitudes relatively low. So in case of gases, there are a number of specific heats. It depends on heating process. The most important specific heats are specific heat of a gas at constant pressure and specific heat of a gas at constant volume. Now, specific heat of a gas at constant pressure. Molar specific heat of a gas at constant pressure, capital Cp. and molar specific heat of a gas at constant volume, capital C. Molar specific heat of a gas at constant pressure, capital C. Formula for capital Cp. When gas is heated at constant pressure, molar specific heat for 1 mole of a gas, Cp is equal to 1 by mu, where mu is number of moles. Delta Q, since the process is at constant pressure, delta Q of P by delta T. From this equation, heat required to rise the temperature through delta T. అంటే ఒక గ్యాస్కి డెల్టా టీ టెంపరేచర్ పెంచాలి అట్ కాన్స్టెంట్ ప్రెషర్ ప్రాసెస్, రిక్వైర్డ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ హీట్ డెల్టా క్యూ ఆఫ్ పి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు క్రాస్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చేద్దాం, మ్యూ సిపి డెల్టా టీ. మ్యూ సిపి డెల్టా టీ. మోలార్ స్పెసిఫిక్ హీట్ ఆఫ్ ఎ గ్యాస్ at constant pressure, it is denoted by capital Cp. Capital Cp is equal to 1 by mu into delta Q of P, that is pressure constant, by delta T. So, amount of heat required at constant pressure for temperature rise delta T is equal to mu Cp delta T. Similarly, molar specific heat of a gas at constant volume Cv. This is Cv is equal to 1 by mu delta Q of V by delta T. For this, Cv is equal to 1 by mu delta Q of V by delta T. Amount of heat required at constant volume for 1 mole of a gas to rise its temperature through 1 degree centigrade, that is molar specific heat at constant volume. Now, at constant volume, to raise the temperature of a gas through delta T, the required heat energy delta Q of V is equal to mu Cv delta T. Required heat energy is mu Cv delta T. These are the two specific heats of a gas, most important specific heats, that is specific heat at constant pressure, molar specific heat at constant pressure, and molar specific heat at constant volume. For a gas, Cp is always greater than C, because the heat supplied to the gas at constant pressure is used in two ways. A part of it is used to maintain pressure constant. The remaining energy is used to rise its temperature. Whereas, when the same gas is heated at constant volume, there is no external work done. Volume remains constant. Piston shouldn't move. This process takes place when the piston is rigid. So, the total heat supplied is used to increase its temperature. Therefore, Cp is greater than Cv. Relation between Cp and Cv. This is known as Mayer's relation. Relation between Cp and Cv. Cp minus Cv is equal to capital R, where capital R is universal gas constant. Cp minus Cv, Mayer's relation. Cp minus Cv is equal to capital R for 1 mole of a gas. Molar specific heat at constant pressure minus molar specific heat at constant volume is equal to universal gas constant. This equation can be derived very simply. Let from the first law of thermodynamics, when gas is heated at constant pressure, the total heat supplied is used to increase its internal energy and external work done. From first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. When the gas is heated at constant pressure, delta Q of P is equal to delta U plus delta W. Delta U of P plus delta W of P at constant pressure. Already delta Q of P is equal to mu Cp delta T. Mu Cp delta T is equal to delta U of P. At constant volume, the total heat supplied is used to increase its temperature, that is to increase its internal energy. ఇక్కడ మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ విషయం ఏంటంటే ఏ ప్రాసెస్ అయినా సరే చేంజ్ ఇన్ ఇంటర్నల్ ఎనర్జీని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి అంటే కాన్స్టెంట్ వాల్యూమ్ దగ్గర స్పెసిఫిక్ హీట్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఎందుకనంటే కాన్స్టెంట్ వాల్యూమ్ దగ్గర మనం ఇచ్చిన హీట్ అంతా కూడా టెంపరేచర్ పెరగడానికి ఉపయోగపడుతుంది తప్ప వర్క్ డన్ జరగదు. కాబట్టి డెల్టా యూ ఆఫ్ పి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డెల్టా యూ ఆఫ్ వి ఆఫ్ కాన్స్టెంట్ ప్రెషర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు డెల్టా యూ ఆఫ్ వి ప్లస్ delta W of P. This is equal to mu Cv delta T, mu Cv delta T plus dW, delta W is equal to P delta V. Work done at constant pressure is equal to P delta V. Constant pressure into change in volume. This implies mu Cp delta T minus mu Cv delta T is equal to P delta V. From ideal gas equation for 1 mole of a gas, P delta V can be written as, just I am writing ideal gas equation, PV is equal to RT. Taking changes, PdV plus VdP is equal to RdT plus TdR. Now, at constant pressure process, at constant pressure, dP is equal to 0. So this term vanishes. And at the same time, R is universal constant. dr is equal to 0. So PdV or P delta V is equal to R dt. Or P delta V is equal to R delta T for large change. This can be written as R delta T. This implies taking delta T, mu or P delta V for 1 mole gas, PV is equal to RT. For mu moles gas, PV is equal to mu RT. So this is equals to mu into R delta T plus TdR, mu R delta T, P delta V is equal to for mu moles of a gas. So this expression is mu R delta T. For mu moles, mu delta T is taking common on both sides. Capital Cp minus capital Cv is equal to mu R delta T. Cancellation cheste Cp minus Cv is equal to capital R. So we have to remember this equation. Cp minus Cv is equal to capital R.